Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into my show, and Inner Realms, Outer Journeys, and we are featuring Simon Stone today. Simon's a regular. Simon's just really always welcome on this channel. How are you, Simon?
I'm well, thank you, Karen. Good to see you, and thank you for inviting me back.
Always good to see you. Simon, before we take any questions, can you just tell a little bit about yourself?
Yes, certainly. As people know, my name is Simon. As regards on the spiritual side of things, um, I've been involved spiritually pretty much all my life. How you doing, Jennifer? Had experiences as a childhood right the way through as an adult. Then it was about 15 years ago, give or take, that because of my life, because I travelled the world a hell of a lot, learned different cultures, ancient cultures, learned a lot about humans as a whole, not just myself or my own sort of life, but things as a whole, and then various spiritual experiences. And it got me to the point, like I said, about 15 years ago, something inside of me said, let's look into this properly. And that's what I've done, and became a medium, psychic ever since then. And it's been one hell of a journey. I will say that to anyone. And I say it to anyone that joins any development classes that I do or development workshops I do, especially beginners. I say to them, before you start this journey, please understand that this is going to be one of the hardest, toughest, maybe even darkest journeys that you'll ever take. However, once you come out the other side of it, you realize how much it's worth it, how much you change, how much you truly become the person that you've always wanted to inside. All those words and voices you wanted to speak out on, but didn't. You held it back in, or you held all that negativity in you, and all of that sort of stuff. So it's an amazing journey, really is an amazing journey. But when you embark on it, don't don't be blinded to the journey that you're going to take. And one of the hardest things to do, which is I think fundamental for any spiritual journey, is the word trust. And I don't mean like trusting yourself or trusting other people. I'm on about trusting the process, trusting the journey, trusting what happens to you, and that is all meant to be happening, even bad stuff. Instead of sitting there, as I do, we all do it. Even me, I'm spiritualist, I'm a medium, I'm a psychic, but I still have those moments where bad things are happening. I'm going, what's going on? And then I'll try and mentally control it or deal with it and all that. When sometimes we just need to let go and see what.
Yes. Let it grow and trust.
Exactly.
Do you know how much I hear trust on a daily basis? Someone is always talking to me about trust. It's just crazy. It
Well,
is.
well, that word is such a small word, but has such a huge implication, and not just with
It does.
spiritual stuff, but just even a normal human life. I mean, we've all had that experience, haven't we? In our early years or any point in our life, we get with someone. Do we trust them? We get a new job. Do we like our boss? Do we trust them? Goes down. You say that word, trust. Now, we all hear the cliches: live and let live. What will be, and everything else.
Mhm.
Those sayings come down to one thing: trust.
Trust.
Everything happens for a reason. And when things
Mhm.
happen, good, bad, or indifferent, sometimes we need to take time afterwards and just reevaluate what's happened. Not as in, oh, this person done this, or that person done that,
No.
or this thing happened, or that. Look at yourself and go, okay, how could I have dealt with that better? Or what was the lessons I need to learn from that? And I think too many people sit there in our egos, include myself. This isn't thing on anyone. The biggest battle we have as a human is our own ego. I want this, I want that. Why isn't it happening now? Why isn't it happening the way I want? Well, maybe there's aspects to it that you're not aware of that need to happen first. That's where the trust comes in. I go, okay, this is happening. I've just got to let go and just
And,
see what happens.
and the ego isn't your true essence either.
No, God,
Yeah.
no. The ego is
Okay.
definitely the true
Yeah,
essence of.
not. Well, first, I want to welcome everybody. I know you're all saying hi, but I can't say hi to all of you. And I'm sure Simon's saying that too. So we're really happy you joined us. And we're going to be doing some mediumship and some questions for you. And I think Melissa has one for you.
I was just going to say, Melissa's jumped out at me from New Zealand. Are you there, Melissa? Because I do
Yeah.
feel I may have Travis with me. To be fair, Melissa. Now I know you're from New Zealand, and you think, oh, you know, New Zealand, I'm guessing or whatever, but I'm not, because I'm actually getting. This is for you, Melissa. I'm actually getting, or I believe it's Travis that showed me. I'm actually getting the New Zealand haka. You know that the All Blacks do, and the Maori war dance that they do. Now I don't feel that he was Maori. I don't feel if I'm wrong on that, then I'm wrong on that. But I just feel that there's something connected with the hacker, or the hacker is significant to what was his name, Travis.
Travis.
Yeah,
Yep. She said
significant to
yes.
Travis. Okay, so there's something significant with the hacker with Travis, and you'll know what it means. I do feel that he's quite an upbeat kind of energy and person and soul, because he's making me laugh, and it's almost like he wants to make you laugh at the moment. It's almost
Mm.
like you could do with some laughter. I feel that you're going through, which I think a lot of us are going through at the moment. There's lots of changes going on, and we're all being realigned. You know, people are being removed out of life, new people are coming in, or we're moving, or new job. There's loads of changes going on, but I just feel that the energy around you, particularly Melissa, this is where Travis is coming through, and he's just making me feel jokey, like he wants to laugh. And I don't know if he was a practical joker, or he might like to wind people up, but in a funny way. But he's given me that sense of upliftment and a little bit of humor. And I'm hearing the words specifically, Melissa, try and find the humor in every situation. So he is giving me that. Um, what's that mean then, mate? Show me that. Why are you showing me that? Right, I just got a symbolistic thing, Melissa. And it's not the image that I'm actually seeing. I think of what it represents. Would you understand about that there needs to be peace between you and somebody at the moment? I feel like there's a situation, or there's a discord or a discombobulation between you and somebody else, or you and an institution, or you and some. There seems to be thing, and I just feel like if two people just sat down, talk calmly, and agreed to on a peace on and agreed on calmness and peace, that it would help you and bring your energy down and make you feel a little bit more like you. I hope all this makes sense to you, Melissa, at the moment, but I just do feel that this Travis is around you, and he's trying to lift you up to the point that he's just shown me in the last week you had a spiritual experience that he's saying that was me.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
that was me.
Okay. Quiet. Okay. Thank you for that, Simon. Miss Shelley just says she's open. So anything that you would like to tell Miss
Yeah,
Shelley?
today I'm open. 2 seconds.
Oh, Melissa said he was a fun loving guy
Yeah,
and born and bred in New Zealand.
I do feel that he was a fun-loving guy. That's the energy he's given me. It's like almost like he just.
Stop it.
I really do feel like he loved to just live life.
Hmm.
You're more than welcome, Melissa, and I hope that the message that he's come through has helped. But have that feeling that he's around you, that upliftment, that fun-loving guy. It's almost like he's trying to impart a bit of that fun-loving energy to you to help
Oh,
lift you up. I really do feel that's why he's around. I'm jumping around at the moment because I've got someone for who was it, Michelle. I'm just trying to. Right, as I connect to your energy, Miss Shelley, I do feel that there's a male spirit that's connecting with me, and I'm getting an energy, and I don't know if it's you or this male, but I'm feeling very tense and very tight and very uptight. I don't know if it's you or this gentleman. 2 seconds, I just felt that. I just got a feeling of nausea. I do feel that someone is holding in all their negativity and they need it to be released. I feel that they're about to snap mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Nothing bad is going to happen. I don't feel that. It's almost like someone has got a frustration that things aren't going their way. Um, and I'm sitting here and rocking, and my hands are sort of thing, and I'm fiddling, and it's like I just can't sit still, but I feel tight. It's not a bouncy energy type thing. It's almost like a
Hmm.
frustration. It almost feels,
Hmm.
a real tightness and a tension there, and you just feel really, really off. And all I'm being shown by this gentleman is, and he's coming in, and I'm really struggling to feel his energy because of this discombobulation. But the
Wow.
energy that he's giving me is that he's trying to just calm you, and he's saying that will solve a lot of it. Is meditate, calm yourself down, bring your physical body energy down, because it feels like it's heightened, but not in a good way. It's heightened as in agitation, surges of emotions, and that tension and that stress. And he's saying forget about what's causing it, forget about what thing. He needs you to calm down, meditate, bring your physical body down, and then it'll bring your mental and emotional down with it. I feel that there's definitely a physical, there's there's definitely a physicalness here, and it's almost like your body is trying to talk to you, but you're not listening to it. That's just the feeling that I'm being given and the energy that I'm being given. But this
Wow.
gentleman that's connecting to me, I do feel that when he was around, he was quite a calm gentleman. I also feel that he was relatively quiet. I don't mean he didn't speak at all, but I just feel that he's one of these that he didn't speak unless he felt the need to. I felt that there was an authoritative calmness about him, and people, whether male or female, felt safe and comfortable around him when he was in their presence, if that makes sense. So I hope, Michelle, that this helps you. Um,
And she hasn't commented, so I don't know, but we're going to hope that it,
no, I've seen a couple of men, or my father, and she mentioned it,
yeah.
possibly me. I'm a bit lost. That's
Oh,
that.
or her father. Yeah,
That
you're
makes sense. That's the right word, actually, Michelle. Bit lost. That's the feeling. There's tension.
right.
I feel
Okay.
lost, and it's like you don't know where to go or what to do, and you feel it's starting to affect other aspects of your life. So that makes sense with the tension. So I completely get that. Also, Michelle, can I ask? Can you understand why I'm being taken to Australia, Michelle? I'm seeing Australia a lot. I keep seeing Australia, and I'm sorry for being stereotypical, but someone's having a laugh with me. So I don't know if that's out of me or there's something funny about it. But someone's wearing that Australian hat with the corks hanging off it, and I think that, and I apologise for being stereotypical. So if I'm wrong, I apologise. But I just someone show me that image, and they're laughing about it. So I hope that makes sense to you.
Well, she's saying that she lives there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, in Australia. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Also, as you're
Simon,
saying
pretty
that,
cool.
I'm going to get in Australia. Sorry for going quiet there, Michelle. Um, I'm getting. I know you're in Australia and all that. You say, but I'm getting Western Australia, but I'm getting with it either mining for iron or what's that place called? Cuba PT or something where people live underground with the opal mining and things like that. But I'm getting the Western Australia because I'm getting the red earth or the orange earth. I'm getting that part of Australia. I don't know why I'm being taken that way, but can you understand, Michelle, why I'm being taken there?
She says cower. Cower. Thank
Oh,
you.
sure. Cuba PT, PD. That's it, Danielle. Thank you. Cuba PD. That's the word. That's the place I was looking
Oh,
for. I'm not saying that's a specific place. I think it's more symbolistic. Yes, Cuba PD.
oh.
But maybe you can understand it. But I, I'm in South Australia. Okay. If it's not you, then it's the gentleman that's linking to me. They're taking me to Western Australia, and I keep hearing the word mining, mining, mining. So I don't know if it's to do with the iron. I don't know if it's to do with gold mining or opal mining, but I don't know, or someone lived out in the outback. But that's where I'm being taken to because I'm seeing the red earth and the orange earth and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay. Nice job, Simon.
You're going to
Okay.
Western Australia
Let's
on the
see.
20th. Okay, interesting. Well, okay, interesting. Well, that's good. Just, I want to say this,
Wow
and
is such a
this is
wow's a
to
great word.
it is. This is to everybody actually on here tonight. Um, Everybody, whether good or bad, is feeling discombobulated at the moment. Now, those who are in the know and those that think there's a lot of energy fluctuations going on. tomorrow or today is the flip over from the year of the snake to the year of the horse. Now, what do
Hmm.
snakes do? They shed their old skin,
Shed their
they
skin.
remove their old self, and that's all what we've been doing this last year. That's why this last year has been tough for a lot of us, because we've been going through that. But we're transitioning over to the year of the horse. Also, on the 18th, we got a solar eclipse, I believe. If not, it's a lunar eclipse, but one or the other. And so there's a lot of energy fluctuations going on at the moment, and we're all questioning. The best thing I can say to people, and the best advice I can give to anybody is just carry on doing what you've got to do, what's in front of you. Don't worry about what's going to happen in a week's time or a month's time or a year's time. Just look in the moment, be in the moment. So say to yourself in this moment, right, what can I do for myself that thing? So even if it means do a spring clean or ring up an old friend or whatever. Do whatever it is you've got to do to get things. And I feel over the coming days and weeks, things
Hmm.
will start to plateau. So go with the energy, see it as a river, and imagine that you're sat on the
Oh,
river and just going with the energy of the flow. And then whatever happens, let it happen, deal with it, and just carry on going along in that river. That's all. That's all we can do. Exactly. The now. Live in the now.
and this year is a turning point too.
Very much so.
Yeah, it's crucial. It's critical. I know everybody's been embracing that.
we're
Uh,
all being we're all being realigned, and again, we're also going through cycles, and this is I haven't gone into this part too deeply. It's just something that resonated with me, and I just accepted it. But the energies and everything else, we're also closing off. We're going through a closing of a 9 year cycle. Now, if everyone just sat down and remember how you were 9 years ago, now I'm not saying but it could have just been a little spark in your mindset, living differently, wanting to do differently, or suddenly finding the strength to speak up or to live the life that you want. But I just feel these last 9 years, we're coming to the end of that last 9 years. And I know I'm right because I'm getting tingling on the top of my head. So
mhm.
I know what I'm saying is correct. So we're coming to an end of a 9 year cycle. And what happens with endings? There's always discombobulation. There's
Newbie.
always,
Yes.
and things like that. And I heard a saying once, things end badly, and blah, they have to end badly, otherwise they wouldn't end. I don't prescribe to that
Thank
way of thing.
God.
I really don't prescribe to that
Yeah.
thing because
Mm,
I can have endings, but I can still wish someone well and be civil and wish them well and help they move on. There doesn't have to be drama. There doesn't have to be tears. There doesn't have to be all that sort of stuff that comes
mhm.
with it. So exactly, Miss Shelley. Sorry for just.
Yes, that's
She's right.
right.
All the planets are lining
28.
up on the 28th of February. I think it's seven of them. I think it is, or all around. But I know there's so between now and also in March. I think it's March the 3rd of the full moon. It's either the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse. On the 18th of this month, we've got a lunar. I always forget whether it's the lunar or solar, but we got one on the 18th, and then on the full moon, I believe it's the lunar eclipse, so that's going to be very powerful. So between now and the beginning of March, we're going to be going for the next 2 3 weeks, be going through quite a lot of disturbance and energies up and down. Again, just look at yourself, deal with what you can deal with in that moment. Don't project, don't bring old stuff in, don't worry about this, that, and everything else. Just deal with in the now, in the moment.
Did you say that was through March, Simon?
Yeah, to about the beginning of March. I mean, there's still
Okay.
many more things, but these next 2 weeks are going to be very, very intense
Critical.
because, like I said,
Oh,
today is the end of the year of the snake. Tomorrow is the fire horse, and I don't know if people feel energy like I do, but when I feel the energy of the horse, it's almost like I can feel this energy, and it's almost like I'm a penned horse, and I'm just waiting for the gate to be opened, and then I'll bolt. And that's the energy. That's you're going to find yourself being catapulted forward. You're going to suddenly start having this energy where you start moving forward uh, with strength, belief, and confidence, and things like that. And
oh
that's
my
where the
goodness.
go on.
Okay. Oh, Simon, we have so many people that want to ask you questions. I kind of like to do them in order, but I don't know if we can. Um,
I understand. I used to do that. Used to do things in order, and like you say, you only get so far.
Okay.
For the last few years, all I've done now is when I do lives like this and there's multiple people, whatever, I always just go to who I feel drawn to. Um, so before I always come on and do lives or any kind of demo, I always sit for 10, 15 minutes and just connect. And I just say to Spirit, you bring me the people that need the messages in the moment. So that's why, again, I trust. Yeah, we're talking about trust. So I trust. So when I do things like this, I look at a name and suddenly I just get a feeling I need to speak to that person. So that, okay, I get your Spirit,
Okay.
I'll speak to that person.
So I'm going to sit back and let you look and see. Then I won't worry about.
I
Hey,
need to
Lori.
come to Laurie Cordova, double
Yeah.
707
Oh, I
Laurie
just said hi to
Cordova.
her.
When she said trying
Yeah,
very
Lori.
hard to stay in the moment. This is to you,
Moment.
Laurie.
Yeah.
I do feel that I understand you saying about staying in the moment, but I feel all your discombobulation, everything else, is it for. It goes back to what I was saying just a minute ago, saying outward sourcing. But I do feel that the way that you're feeling at the moment, where you're struggling to stay in the moment, Laurie, is literally caused by other people. I feel that you feel unsafe. It feels like you feel uncertain. You feel like you're standing on quicksand and it just feels like you're waiting for someone to take, the world from underneath your feet. It's like pulling the rug out from underneath you. I really do feel that, and I feel that there's a fear that's coming with that, Laurie. Would you understand that, Laurie? I can't say any more until she understands what I'm saying or agrees with it or whatever, and then I can carry on with it. But it's almost like, is there anything like, oh,
Mm.
yes, I can understand it. Okie
She
dokie.
said yes.
This
Yes.
is what I'm saying. Yes, as regards to anything your guides want you to know, yes, there is. Trust you. Stop looking outward. Stop looking and trying to deal with other people's issues. Stop trying to think. They're saying you need to look at you. And for what? And I'm hearing these exact words. For once in your life, Laurie, put yourself first. And
Ooh,
I don't
Lori.
mean in a selfish way. I mean as in I need to look after me. I need to heal me. I need to feel confident. I need to do this and I need to do that for you, solely for you. I feel that you need a period of time where you put all your energy in you for a period of time. And those people that are around you, those that love you and know you, will accept that and respect that and actually walk alongside you while you're doing it. If anyone has a problem with it, do not worry about what their issue is. Just carry on doing what you need to do.
Good, Lori. She does. She says I do.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, then you're doing it. So this is, you know, the changes of everything that's going on at the moment, they're all going to be different for everybody. So this is why I say to people, you need to look at yourself, because I can give you advice. I can give you a reading. Karen could, other people could, friends, family, because, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. And what's that do? That clogs up your own mind and then you sort of really struggle with it. So all I'm saying is, as we said earlier with me and Karen, that word trust is highly important.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've got someone connecting to me who had digestion or stomach issues because I keep wanting to burp. Something just keeps coming up.
Oh,
So I've definitely got
no.
someone that's giving me a nausea like that. So
No,
actually,
Simon.
this is for you, Laurie. This is a male actually that's connecting to me. And I feel it was a male that when he was in this life, I feel that he was agitated himself. His own energy was bouncing around, but not in a bouncy, happy-go-lucky way. I feel a quite another tension. I'm getting another tension with this, and I feel it. Oh yeah, 2 seconds. Because I'm now getting brain fog. So I don't know if someone towards the end of their life had Alzheimer's or starting to become forgetful or had dementia, but I do feel like someone really struggled with their mind trying to connect things together, if that makes sense. I also do feel though that as part of your energy, Laurie, I feel that your mind is so full of stuff and it's becoming painful, and it's almost like they're saying you need to release that, shut the mind down, don't allow the mind to control you, but connect to your higher self, connect to your soul deep down, and listen to that silent voice that's within you. So there we go. And I know I've got that
I
right. As
know.
soon as I said that, I
Well,
felt the energy lift off me.
well, I'm going to tell you, I know Lori's story, so you were spot on with all of that.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
I
Oh
just
my.
wanted that confirmation.
You're welcome, Lori. I'm glad that you came on today. I'm glad you got a message also. Oh my God.
Trusting myself
Oh,
is a
trusting
struggle.
myself is a
Oh, trust me,
struggle.
Laurie. Even the most confident of people, that's the
Yeah,
one thing we all struggle with is having confidence in ourselves. You know,
yeah, and
uh,
trusting
just
ourselves.
just know yourself. And again, this is to everybody. If you're going to do something and you know it's not going to hurt anybody, it's just something that you feel driven to do. It's what you feel inspired to do. Go and do it. If someone doesn't like it, with respects, that's their noise, that's their
Yes,
trigger. They need to
yes,
ask themselves, why is what has
yes.
that person done? Why is it affected? Why have I been emotionally affected by it? That's theirs.
Mhm,
But the problem is we sit here and when we do something and go, oh, you made me feel like this, we then feel bad, we then feel good because I've made this person feel that way. No, you didn't make them feel that way. That energy was already in them.
yeah,
All you've done is just done something that's triggered that energy
trigger
in
them.
them. So we've
Mhm,
got to have trust in ourselves. So as long as we know, I know I'm a good person. I don't go out and mug anybody or hurt anybody. I don't do anything dishonest. I try and be honest and true. Then what's the problem?
mhm, mhm.
And that's the hardest thing. Just a little tip, Laurie, before I move on. When again, this is to anybody. Actually, it's an exercise anybody can do, and it genuinely works. If you're feeling discombobulated, if you're feeling irritated, if you feel anger, if you feel a negative energy, and you're just in that place, right, and you're aware of it, just in that moment, just stop. Whatever it is you're doing, just stand still, sit still, whatever it's doing, just close your eyes and
Mhm,
take 3 long, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. It has to be done that way. If you just breathe normally, it won't work. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, on a scientific level, it's been proven that breathing through your nose and out through your mouth actually helps calm and bring the energy down in your body. It actually helps naturally calm you, and it also helps to calm they call it the something nervous in the power. Something I can never always remember, but just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. It takes you no more than 30 seconds, and you will instantly feel you calm down.
mhm.
And then you can move forward and deal with whatever it is you need to deal with, but without the negativity, without the agitation, the irritation, and so on and so forth.
Simon, you're the
So,
second person within the last few days that has also told me to do that.
there you go.
Stop what you're doing and to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the spiritual journey is all about us. Because I get asked the question, how do I connect to spirit? I don't
Mhm.
connect to spirit. I connect to me. I am spirit. You are spirit.
Exactly.
We're
Yes.
all spirit.
Mhm.
So as soon as we have this belief um, that spirit are a separate thing to us, you're going to struggle. You're going to have difficulties. Whereas when you
So
accept that
agree.
not just
Mhm.
spirit, in spirit and our own selves and consciousness and everything else, but every living thing is all connected. We all come from the same place. We all come from source, the
Mhm.
divine, whatever you like to call it, whatever you like to refer it as. We all come from that same
Mhm.
energy. We all come from that same point. So that's why we're all connected. That's how you can connect to people, even if there's geographical long distances and things like that. It's not just about, oh, I like that person's energy or we get on or whatever. It's
Mhm.
literally you could be on the same frequency. So there's many different, but the main journey is about you. And we
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
we mistake sometimes. We do this development. We want to be a medium, or I have experienced it, and we think it's like going to college and learning how to be an electrician or learning how to do a degree, whatever it may be. When it's not, it's
Mhm.
none of that stuff.
Mhm.
Spiritualism is a life. It's a lifestyle. It's how you live your life, your perceptions, your beliefs, how you believe things. That's true spiritualism.
Yes. 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 Simon, what about people that are always doing for others before doing for themselves?
Again, I can relate to that. Um, I'm not making myself out to be an angel or anything else like this because I didn't even realize I was doing it. But how many times do we all do this? I won't say this in case it upsets somebody, or I won't do that. And then what happens is we do things for other people because we want to help people, we want to see people be happy and everything else. But people like that, and that's to Laurie and what you're asking, ask yourself this one question: what about you?
Mhm.
If you love others to want them to be happy and to want them to be thing, then why aren't you looking at yourself and wanting yourself to be happy?
It's true.
For
Hmm.
those that are already there and they're happy, that's fine. How many of us can put our hand up and say, I truly love who I am?
I
Exactly.
can't.
I know you can,
I do.
but we've all gone through that thing where, do you truly love yourself? You know, are we tired and I need some rest? Take some rest. But this
Right.
programming thinks, oh no, I need to do this. I need to get on with that.
Yeah.
Oh, your body's saying I need to do this.
Yeah.
So
Take care of
listen to
yourself.
yourself.
Hmm.
But again, we're so fearful. Now that's a word, fear. That's a controlling word because everything that controls us on a negative is all based on one thing, fear.
Fear.
And the biggest fear we have
Hmm.
is we're fearful of what other people will think. We're fearful of what other people will say. We're fearful of being judged or criticized. So find that love within you and when you find that love within you and you're totally confident and it does breed its own confidence when you love who you are. Then you know everything about you, good, bad, and indifferent. You know what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, and then you can get out into the world with that knowledge. And
And
I hope,
which is not coming from your ego. It's coming more from your heart center too.
yes.
You know, one of my I've delivered so many lessons the last 5 years, but one of them is about judgment and being vulnerable. But let's address judgment. People are going to judge you. Some people will judge you no matter what. So it doesn't matter. So you might as well just be who you are because they're going to judge you anyway. Accept yourself. And if they judge you, they judge you. That's not you. That's not on you. That's on them.
Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
just come to Vivian that's just said something there.
Where's
How do you
Viv?
find how do you find the energy to take care of yourself when you're truly overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Well, that word overwhelmed, first of all, Vivian. Um,
Vivian.
don't, so what I'm saying is, don't look at
Sorry.
the word overwhelmed and go, all these situations are happening to me, or all these situations are happening, and that's don't look at that. Look at overwhelmed. I'm physically, mentally, and emotionally overwhelmed. Right. Let's not look at why. Let's just concentrate on bringing your energy down. So when you're overwhelmed, meditate. Meditation is um how can I put it? Meditation is seriously one of the most fundamental bedrock things of spirituality because when you meditate, you learn over a period of time how to truly connect to your soul, your spirit self, your higher self,
True.
and spirits and everything else. So it allows access to that. So, but while you're meditating, it brings all that energy down, Vivian. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you meditate, it brings it all down. You don't feel overwhelmed, you don't feel tense, you don't feel negative. You still have the issues going on with your life, but you then suddenly start to deal with them in a calmer way. And then when you've got so many things going on that does overwhelm you, when you deal with them one step at a time, one bit at a time. There's an old saying, small moves, small steps, start somewhere.
Mhm.
And once you start somewhere and you start to it slowly builds up and up and up. Next thing you know, 6 months down the line, you're looking back and you're thinking, I feel actually pretty good because one, you calmed yourself down. Two, you dealt
Mhm.
with the issues that were creating that overwhelming feeling. So, and again, I get asked a lot of questions. What should I do? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? Now, there isn't a specific right answer. This is my point. There isn't a specific right answer. You have to do what's right for you. You have to put yourself first because if we're not right ourselves first, then how can we go out there and help other people? So
Yes,
that's
pina coladas forever. Um, I want to tell something about Simon. When I first met him, and he and Kelly and I were talking, and they were talking that, yeah, I meditate hour, 2, 3 hours. And I thought, you kidding? You meditate that long? But since I started doing more meditation, I totally understand. It just is so it's just clears everything. It just
And
puts
it's a
everything
lovely, and it's
put
such a
in
beautiful, lovely
perspective.
energy, isn't it, Karen?
It is. I love it. I welcome it. Yeah.
Especially we talk about addictions and things like that. Honestly, the feeling I just want to. I mean, I do the mediumship because I just do it. Plus, I love doing it. Blah blah blah. But one of the,
Mhm.
for want of a better word, rewards that I get is whenever I've done readings, demonstrations, workshops, whatever it is, and I've just been totally in that connection to spirit and the feeling that you get of, in the moment, and I'm centered and everything feels great. Especially like tonight, I know when I finish tonight, I'm going to struggle sleeping because I'm so
Because of
high
the
from
energy.
that
Yeah.
connection to spirit that it
Mm-hmm.
takes me an hour or two to sort of bring it all back down again after I've
Mm-hmm.
done it. And this is the point, that energy when you connect, or you're totally in line with your soul. It's such an amazing feeling. It
It
is
is.
seriously out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
I need to come to. There was one person who jumped out to me, Alethea Pope.
Oh, let me find her. Or
That's the one, Alethea Pope. Just a quick one, Alethea. Just quickly, I feel like actually a lot of excitement around you. I don't know. I feel like your journey, your path is going to take a slight turn, not in a bad way. It's almost like they're going to get you back onto the path. But I feel like there's excitement coming. There's new things coming your way. I don't know if it's job or new adventures or new pathways, but I just feel that there's something. And someone's saying, take a leap of faith and have some fun, Alethea. And it's almost like being taken out of your comfort zone, and you're not in a bad way, but you're like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. Or if not that, you can definitely feel this positive energy coming in, but you don't know what it is yet, if that makes sense. This is all for Alethea Pope. All I'm saying is I'm being here to, again, trust the process and understand that that things are coming your way. And I feel that things are coming your way, that they're going to come out of the blue for you. They're going to come from places you're not expecting. So they're saying, don't ignore those things that come out of the blue and that seem random. They're not random. They're there for a reason. So just be aware of that, Alethea. But I do feel you've got lots of new things, and I feel really quite excited, Alethea. So keep with it. And someone's just shouted at me in my ear as well. They want you to know you are a beautiful soul. So I think it's more for confirmation for you. So I don't know if you've been questioning yourself, or you've been looking deep within yourself and looking at past lives and stuff like that. But they're saying you are a beautiful soul. So they just want you to know. And that's come from a lady in spirit, just quickly.
that's beautiful. Oh, Simon, that's beautiful. Oh, oh my gosh. Until you're drawn to someone, I want to say something.
Sure.
I usually end the show with this, and it's called Love from Bono. And for those of you that don't know, Bono is my husband, that is in spirit. And he just came and gave me a message. And he said, to do the unexpected, surprise yourself and surprise everyone else. So, unexpected things, let's do it.
Okay, just quickly, if you can put out, I feel a bit confused about the different messages that are coming out at me. How do I work through the confusion? Meditation, Vivian.
I knew he was going to say that.
Meditate.
Yeah.
Meditate. I'm being shown if you meditate every day, Vivian, it doesn't have to be for hours. I understand that, but start meditating every day. Ask the questions before you meditate, and you will get the answers. But I'm being shown when you meditate, it will give you the clarity that you're looking for. Like you say, how do I work through the confusion? So we need to remove the confusion. Meditate, and you will be given the clarity.
If I may interject, another thing I do at night is if I have something on my mind that I need clarification or I need to be shown, I say that to my guides before I close my eyes. And usually I'll get a message in a dream. And I will keep my phone by my bed. And when that dream comes through, I will talk into my phone so I'll remember because I won't remember the message. But that at night also helps me to get rid of all the clutter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. You going on that again? Um, some things that have come up over the last few days that sort of resonated with me. And we talk about manifestation and things like that, and how people want to improve their lives, and they think it's about
Mhm.
visualization, and you got to start believing that you're living that life now, and everything else. None of that's worked ever for me. The only thing that's ever worked for me as regards manifestation is this: I hand it over to my higher self, I hand it over to divine, I hand it over to spirit, I hand it over to the universe, then I forget about it. All the
Yeah.
time you're thinking about it, all the time you're worrying about it, all the time you're hoping it will resolve itself, all you're doing is bringing in more confusion. You're bringing in more
Mhm.
disappointment. You're bringing in a sense of lack. Just put it out
Mhm.
there. Ask, pray, whatever you like to call it, put it out there and then get on with your life. And once you ignore it, you'll notice things come to you so much quicker.
Hey, Vivian, pina coladas forever. You wait till summertime. She's in Hawaii, so she drinks pina coladas now. Okay, Simon, are you drawn to anyone? You
Yeah,
guys,
I'm
I
just
gotta
reading
tell
Linda's.
you, I feel so much love when I get on with you. I seriously do. And I'm reading the comments, so thank you. Thank you for sending the love and sending it all back to you.
I try to, don't get me wrong, I have my own personal issues within me. You know, I understand it, but I still fight and battle, and that's part of the journey. But the thing I try to do most of all, nothing matters.
Guess what?
Nothing,
Nothing matters.
nothing matters. Nothing's real. What's in the past is in the past. What does matter is the now. The past and the future aren't real. The past and the future are thoughts, memories, projections, whatever they may be. The only thing that's real is in the now, this moment now,
Mm-hmm.
the moment. That's the only thing that's real. So when you said all this love, positivity, blah 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 that you get from me, it's because whether I do or not is a different matter. But what I try to do, what my intention is in the moment. I don't want to be someone who brings people down or makes them unhappy. I'm not saying I don't, because we do sometimes. But I just want in that moment just the people to feel happy,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's for a brief moment or for a longer period of time. Just
Mm-hmm.
be happy. And the source of all our unhappiness or discombobulation or discontent is either worrying about the past or worrying about and projecting about the future.
Future. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we're our own worst enemies. You know, like you said there, Stacey. Yes, I wasted so much time looking back. Now I love this saying, and I heard this saying years ago, and I love it. People say, you know, you shouldn't live in the past. Totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
But someone said you can look at the past, but don't stare.
Oh, awesome. That's really.
Love that. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I think it's good to look at the past is because we have to look at the past to learn our lessons. Does that make sense? And I don't mean as in, oh, woe's me, this happened, that happened. I'm on about, like I said earlier, you look at the past, you look at a situation that affects you or discombobulates you, and you go, right, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how could I have dealt with that differently? How could I have, you know, made it better? How could I show up next time in a different way that would made it better? And deal with it and understand where certain energies come from and how you can get triggered. Someone could do something that would trigger you, something that happened 20, 30 years ago, you know. But what it's
Yeah.
done is it's shown you something that's still living within you that you've held on to and haven't let go. So it's shown you you need to let that go. So exactly that, the past can hold us back.
And to personalize it about yourself, not what others have done to you.
Yes.
Personalize, yeah. Don't blame the others for doing
Yeah.
this to you.
Because you can't ever justify or understand what others do to you because you don't know their life. You don't know every step of their life that's brought them to their belief and their perception that
Mhm,
they believe what's going on.
mhm.
The only thing we can control in this world, there's only one thing we can control in this world: ourselves.
That's how it's.
That's it.
I I recall having to forgive a couple ex-husbands, and I remember being in the field walking and just cussing them out cussing them out for everything that they had ever done. And I got to tell you, it was really freeing. And I was actually able to forgive both of them. And that's huge because I held on to that for so long.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head. It's all the while we attach blame to somebody or something else, we're not healing because
This is
we're
true. Yeah.
allowing
Mm-hmm.
outside energies
Yep.
to affect us.
Yes.
So if you have that belief, oh, that person done this, they may have done something bad. I'm not
Yeah.
excusing anyone's
Mm-hmm.
behavior. I'm just saying, do you think when something happens that many years later you're still struggling with it in your mind, do you think that other person is?
No. No.
We create our own suffering.
Yes. Yeah. This
Yeah.
long forgotten. You know,
Yes.
they're not thinking about it. Yeah.
Exactly. So live in the moment, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously, live in the moment. Live in that moment that, who am I right now?
Mm-hmm.
You know, connect to that love. You know, people also talk about forgiveness. Now, forgiveness, we're talking about, oh, forgiving people in the past. You didn't forgive them. In that process, you forgave them. But what actually happened was you forgave yourself.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very true.
Because you're just talking about something you had to forgive some exes, from however long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But what you actually did was, in the modern present day, you lifted off that you carried around with you. By forgiving them,
A
you forgive
long
yourself,
time.
and you've lifted that off you.
Mm-hmm.
You were the only one that's suffering, not your
Right.
exes.
They weren't.
They
Yeah.
were,
Mm-hmm.
you were.
It was very
So
freeing.
you're forgiving yourself, as in you're forgiving yourself, as in why you didn't speak up in the moment, why you didn't do this, why you didn't do that, and then you go, oh, how stupid am I? No, you're not any of them.
Mm-hmm.
You've forgiven yourself. And
It's
that's where it comes down to self-love.
mm-hmm.
And self-love is a confidence.
Self-love.
You
Yeah.
know everything about you, your strengths, your weaknesses, your bits in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
everything about you, good, bad, light, different, light, dark, whatever. If you can accept who you are, the world's your oyster.
What did you do? That last part, Simon, what did you say?
The world is your oyster.
Oh, the word. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And I am looking at people's comments. You guys have a lot of wisdom. I hope you realize that because your
I
comments.
appreciate that. Well, again, you asked me right at the beginning to sort of
Mhm,
give a little bit about myself. Now, like I said, about 15 years ago, when I started saying, right, let's actually do this stuff and everything else.
mhm.
One of the things, I get it all now, but one of the things I struggled with is what I call hocus pocus.
Sorry, Simon.
And people say all these weird and wonderful things, and I used to sit there and go, what the hell are you on about? I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Because I consider I'm just me. I consider myself just a normal. I was never brought up with this sort of lifestyle. I was never brought up with this belief. I was just a working class type family, you know,
Mhm,
that kind of thing. And what it done for me, to the point, I've even had a quite famous meeting that I spent some time with turn around and said to me, do you know what, Simon, it's really quite refreshing. And I said, what's that? They said, a medium who just talks normally, like a normal person, like you're having a conversation with someone. And that's what I wanted to be. Because I always say, well, yeah, that's wonderful. This means that, that's mean that. I still haven't got a clue what you're talking about, but okay, da da da. My point was, okay, how does that translate to your everyday life?
mhm,
What
mhm,
does that actually mean? We talk about, this, that, and the planets and energy and all these wonderful newfangled things. But what the hell does it mean to my everyday life? How does it affect me every day? And that's where I came at spiritualism from, is from
mhm,
that angle. How does it affect mine or other people's everyday life? What do we do? What does it all mean? You know, does it mean I need to, get up earlier in the mornings, or does it mean to, whatever it means? And it's that moment where I tried to come at it, like I said, from an angle of normal human 3D life. We talk about 5D and outer realms and dimensions. Yeah, that's all wonderful, but it's got nothing to do with me. What the hell are you on about? It's got everything to do with you. But it's it's
Mm,
translating those words into words that you then understand.
exactly, that you understand. Yeah.
That's it. And once you learn how to translate, and trust me, that's one of the biggest things I had to learn in the last 15 years doing all this stuff, is learning how to word something. Now, I don't know if
Oh.
there's anyone on here that's seen me do demonstrations and things like that. There's been a few times that I'll start saying the message to somebody,
Hmm.
and as I'm saying it, something don't feel right. And I'll halfway through, I'll say to that person, no, I need to stop this. I need to reword it. I'm saying the same thing, but I'm just using different words. And that person goes, I totally know what you mean now.
Oh, well, that's good. You're listening to yourself while
Exactly. I'm listening to
doing the
how it feels
delivery.
at that
Yeah.
moment. You're exactly right. Oh, I'm saying something that don't feel right. I've got it wrong. I need to reword it. I've reworded it. I haven't changed the message. I've
Right.
just reworded it. Now that person that I'm giving the message to suddenly goes, I know what you're on about now.
Hmm.
So it's like translation. So sometimes I like to think I'm multilingual. I can talk like 7 different languages, but it
Whoa.
is. It's just down to words and how you interpret something. So when you're a
Hmm.
medium, or when you're a spiritualism, or even if you're just a friend to somebody, be aware of how you get it across. Be aware of the words that you use,
Hmm.
because words are powerful. We all know that. We've
They
all had
are.
something said to us that's affected us in our life, that stuck with us. So be aware that words have power to them. Be aware that words have energy to them. So if you do feel you need to speak, speak with compassion, speak from a place of love. And if you're speaking it and saying it and something don't feel right, again, pay attention to that and go, okay, I'll reword it. Can I retract that and reword it? And you reword it,
Reword it.
and then that person go, oh, okay, I get you now, and I feel okay. Because not everybody's going to understand how we see things.
Right. I want to talk to Benno just a minute because Benno, I'm a retired school teacher, and you have no idea because you're still in the system how powerful your words are. Because I have my students that had me 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and they tell me things they remember that I said about them. So you are in a very crucial time in a person's life when you're a teacher to uplift them and make them feel oh invincible and
Mm.
loved. So kudos to you. Yeah, one of the
Also,
best.
I want to say to Benno, because these messages do jump out, and you say you're a school teacher.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what level you are, Benno, but I've read stories and heard things about how some teachers, first thing in the morning they do, especially when they're younger children, is meditate, or they get them to try and meditate. Now, I had a junior school, infant school teacher, sorry, that used to do that with us, and at the time, she used to make us sit there in quiet for half an hour or whatever. Senior high school, so you can have a little bit stronger with this, Benno, but a little bit more difficulty. But there's one thing I noticed. Imagine this. Imagine what the world would be like, Karen, if we could teach our children how to truly deal with emotions, mental issues, all that stuff that affect us now as
Hmm.
adults. We've got a
Schools just don't
society
do that.
that doesn't give our soul, that doesn't give our emotional state of mind, our mental health, it doesn't give importance to it. It's not till we're
Right.
adults that problems
Hmm.
happen, situations happen, and then you end up having to deal with it. Just imagine though, if we
Hmm.
could teach our children how to
Oh.
how to
Okay.
be calm, how to,
Hmm.
deal with emotions without reactions and so on and so forth. Imagine the kind of
Hmm.
world we'd live in.
Unfortunately, the school systems right now is so concerned about test scores, and that's how they measure progress.
Well, this
It's changed since I retired.
I agree with you, and I'm sorry for interrupting. Now we're going to get onto a bigger picture thing that I do believe that's happening, is that we are entirely controlled as a civilization and as a society. So things,
Oh,
so things like you're saying, things are
Mhm.
changing as a teacher and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, what does this world need, or not need, but what do the leaders of this? They want the masses to do as they're told, go to work, be a good boy, be a good girl, blah blah blah. Now there was an old MP in the UK, and his name was Tony Benn. He's passed away now, but he was what I consider the last, one of the last proper MPs who done it for the right reasons, not for money or for power or anything else. He done it because he wanted to make a difference. Anyway, he retired and he done a speech thing at this local hall, whatever. And there's a 10-minute video of it. Now, slavery,
Mhm.
right? Slavery is to a certain extent not accepted in today's world anymore. You can't put people in chains and all that because it's just abhorrent, it's bad, and it's wrong, right? So,
Mhm.
what do the people at the top do? What they've done is they've made us, especially in the Western world, they made us slaves to debt, right? Because
To
what they
what?
need the to debt, 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 right? So
Okay.
that's how. So what? Right back in the late
Mm.
'70s, early '80s, we had a prime minister that got into power called Margaret Thatcher, right in the UK.
Oh, yeah, I
Everyone knows
remember.
about her. Very strong, powerful lady.
Mhm.
What did she
Mhm.
do? One of the first things she done when she came into power, she changed the rules, and anyone who was in what we call social housing or council houses, a house that's provided by the authorities, she got somewhere to live, blah blah blah. She gave everyone a massive percentage, 50 to 75% off the asking price, and said you can buy your own home. So loads of people went out and bought
Oh
their own
my
home. Right,
gosh.
so loads of people went out, got mortgages, loans to buy their own home. But what happened in that moment? You're instantly a slave to debt.
Oh.
You now have to go out to work to pay your thing, otherwise you lose your job.
Oh. Yeah. Didn't even think of that.
So they made us slaves to debt. So we may not be in visible or physical chains and shackles, but we're
Mhm.
still we're a slave to that debt. We still have to, and that's how they want the world to be. The people at the rich, they still want us to keep making the money, while keep turning the wheels while they make the money.
Mhm.
Now, and if you look in the last 10 years and demographics and graphs as regards of transfer of wealth, in the last 10 years, there's been more of a transfer of wealth from the bottom 99% of poorest people to the top 1%,
Right.
more than ever, to the point it's become so one sided and unstable
Mhm.
that we now are being ruled and controlled by billionaires. Not our governments, not our
Mhm.
presidents, not our prime
Mhm.
ministers or anything else like that.
Mhm.
We're being controlled by the people that are behind them that's got the money.
Mhm. Exactly.
And
I
then
agree.
and those people aren't restricted by, if you're a politician, you're restricted by certain rules and regulations. Those that are not politicians that have got billions of pounds, they're not restricted by those rules and regulations. So
Mhm.
they do. So we're being controlled by debt. So we're definitely in this battle at the moment as a whole in the world, of a battle between light and dark, whether we're going to be awake and spiritual and a loving society, or we're going to go down the route of being, which is what's happening very much in the UK, about being constrained. You can't say this, you can't say that. You're being controlled and told
The
what you can
American
and can't
too.
do,
Yeah.
and it's happening.
Mhm.
And the problem with of total freedom, true freedom, and that spiritual freedom and everything else. The problem with that is, to have true freedom, you've got to respect the next person's voice, no matter how much you hate it.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
So as soon as
I'm
we start
Simon.
pointing the finger at somebody else, we're in ego.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
hard. So we're in this battle between light and dark at the moment.
Yeah. We
We're
are.
thing. So it's choices. Do we want to
It's a
be happy?
reset.
Yes,
Yeah. It's a reset.
very much. Sorry for rambling on tonight. It's
I
just,
know. But you know what? People are enjoying the chat, so that's good. So I do like that. But we're going to have to wind up pretty quickly here,
is that the
Simon.
time already?
Huh?
Is that the time already? Christ, it's flown by.
Yeah, it is. Is there anyone you're drawn to or anything else you want to say? I agree,
Be
Maggie.
honest, in that, and I'm not drawn to anyone at the moment. I just feel the main messages for tonight is for everybody. Actually, everybody's, whether it's good or bad, everyone's going through changes in the discombobulation. So go with it. Sit on the river, let the energy take you, let life just happen, and then see where you are after that.
Did you hear what he said? Let life just happen. So give up the control. Don't try to control. And control is just an illusion anyway.
And I hope you're all well, guys, and everybody here on tonight. If you are struggling, apart from just letting life happen, one of the most powerful things you can do is prayer. Now, take the religious context out of it for a second for those who may not be that way of thinking, but it's the same prayer, or just say a few words to spirit and just ask for a little bit of help. And that's it, and forget about it. And then you'll find things will just naturally come your way.
Mm. I know that has been so important for me since my husband died. And when I go out on my walks every day out in nature, I'm talking to all my team, everyone that I feel is with me. And I'm
Thank
glad
you,
you guys
Michelle.
enjoyed the chat. Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle. I've actually quite enjoyed it. It's actually
Yeah.
flown by.
Hmm.
Um, you know, so yeah, thank you. I thoroughly enjoy it. Like I said, just talking about it, I feel really good at the moment. I know I'm going to be buzzing for the next hour or two, but that's just taking it down. But um,
And you can't take gummies because they're not legal in the
no,
UK.
no, yeah. Well, as much as things are happening in America, that are happening here again in the UK. They even this
Mhm.
year were trying to delay elections because they know they're going to get
In
absolutely
the
battered.
UK too?
Yeah, they were trying to delay elections till 2 years' time, but
Oh my
they've
gosh.
done a U-turn and changed their mind today. Because honestly, the, I don't care who's in power.
I mean, Kelly's going
Let
to hang up the phone on us. I don't know if she's got another
all right,
show to do. So,
got you. I do apologise. Do apologise.
no. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. And Simon, always a pleasure. You
Always
know
a
it is.
pleasure.
I love having you on. Stacia, I know. It was a great evening. Simon's got it going on. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you ever
Complete
so
love
much,
for you
everyone,
all.
and
Thank
most of
you,
all,
everyone.
Karen. Thank you ever so much for inviting me on again, Karen. It's always a pleasure, and I always love the energy when we talk.
Me too. So do I. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.